Okay, hey guys, how's it going? We're doing an update video. If I'm a little bit sniffly, or if my eyes look a little bit red or anything like that, it's because I just watched the last episode of Merlin twice. I watched it last night, which was the first time finishing the series, and I didn't have as much of an emotional response to it as I wanted because I just took my medication prior to watching the last episode. So, like, that kind of dulls a lot of emotions for me so I can, get to sleep without thinking like crazy. And this time I wanted to watch it again so I could actually have that full emotional payoff. And not as much as I wanted again. Like I don't get that emotional response I get from like Supernatural and stuff, but I still definitely got my tears on. So, dude, Merlin is such a good show. It's not amazing. It has a lot of flaws and a lot of annoyances. I'm not gonna spoil anything. Don't worry. I mean, it's a show from like 2008, 2012. I think it was 8 to 12 when it aired. So, I mean, if you haven't seen it by now, well, it's actually being taken off Netflix early December. So, but I just bought the DVDs. I got the DVDs all used on Amazon. I got all 5 seasons for like $30. Excuse me. Um, just to own them. I like owning the physical media. I like to have like a physical collection to look at. Anyway, so I just wanted to do a quick update video, let you guys know what's going on. Not Nothing too crazy. I do want to show you actually real quick. If my recording looks any different at all, it's because I didn't click sling. Why do you have a sling button on the fucking remote, dude? I hate that. Don't build buttons in. I will never press that. I will never press that. Focus, damn you. To get to Netflix. I won't press that button because it exists. I got a new camera app because I don't have an iPhone or anything, so I downloaded a nice camera app. So I just want to show you guys. I want to actually quickly get an opinion on which cover. Oops, which cover you guys like better. So this is the original, not original, but this is the previous book one cover. It's the anime style, and it goes, hand in hand with Cataclysm and also. Oh, if I can lift this. Oh, it's a big stack. And also Transgression with the anime style. It matches, but so it was that, but it's also just the front cover. It doesn't actually have like a wraparound or anything, which I don't like. But I made this cover, and I think it's way cooler. It's so much more mysterious and whatever have you, and it actually is a wraparound. And I like that a lot. This is the newest updated book one. Let me know which one you guys like better though. I like the anime style just for keeping with the style of all of the books. They all have that anime-ish look, but at the same time, I just really like that dark, just mysterious, face. Alice's face. I think it's really cool. I'll try to stand that up. So, yeah. So I'm working on I'm getting up again. I'm working on Devil to the Damned currently. I'm on chapter 9. However, I came across this note, which is new chapter. Write a whole new chapter right here. And it's going to be a shorter one, but it's like, great. So I just got to chapter 9, and now I have to make another chapter. So, and again, how I'm doing this is like I'm just inserting all these handwritten notes and making changes as I wrote them. So it's really not that complex. Sorry if you keep hearing a bump. I think my necklace keeps on bumping the phone every time I bend over. But yeah, so that's going well. I'm trying to get in the habit again of editing twice in a night, or twice in a day. So once before work, from like noon to 1:30 p.m., and then at night about 12 midnight to 1 a.m. That time has been taken over by me watching Merlin, because I'm watching Merlin because of the Monster of the Week podcast that did the Supernatural watch through. Chris and Jeremy, the hosts, since they finished Supernatural, they transitioned to Merlin, and then the Winchesters got announced. Now they're doing Merlin and the Winchesters. But they got me into Merlin, obviously, because I want to keep listening to them. And, I like medieval stuff. I was never that big into it. Actually, I knew almost nothing about Arthurian lore prior to watching Merlin. I knew, I read Dragon Slayer's Academy when I was a kid. It's an very old kids book series about medieval stuff and some Arthurian lore, I believe. I don't remember. It's been forever. If you hear that crunch, that's my foot on my bed just kind of sliding. I'm not farting. If I was farting, I'd be laughing. Um, so I didn't honestly know like anything. I knew character names. I knew like Lancelot. I knew the name Guinevere. I knew obviously of Merlin and Arthur, but I didn't know anything about the actual story of how it came to be. Granted, it's been told and retold a million times, so there is no, I guess, no true canon. I mean, I'm sure there probably is somewhere, but it's like an ancient fucking tome. So going into it, I was always surprised. They're like, "Oh, this character Mordred," and you're like, "We all know who that is." I'm like, "I don't know who the fuck Mordred is." Sounds awesome. Like they're talking. Chris and Jeremy have seen. I think by the time they started the podcast, they had both seen to like season 4, but then stopped for whatever reason. I think Jeremy saw it all the way through, but like they're talking about these characters in a non-spoiler way, just saying, how it's like a dead skin on my thumb how this character is going to be important, or like we all kind of know where this is leading. I'm sitting there like, I'm along for the ride, dude. I got no fucking clue where this is going. So getting to the end, I'm like 2 seasons ahead. They're like halfway through season 3, and I was like, I'm just from fucking. So my editing at night has been taken up by me kind of binging Merlin, because I always end off like, I just want to get to the end of the show. I just want to know what's happening, so when they're talking about things, I don't get accidentally spoiled, or I don't like, I'm not left in mystery. So I'm happy I finished it, but I have that feeling of loss and just like emptiness you get when you finish a good book or a book series, or when you finish a good ass TV show. You're just like, the world feels so big and I feel so small. What do I do with my hands? I'm kind of stuck in that. Uh, so, like when I finished reading the Tales from the Gas Station series, when I finished volume 4, I was just like, I don't know what to do with myself. However, I will say, writing is now since writing is such my biggest outlet. All I feel is inspired to continue my own work, to finish my stories, to get to an end of my stories. You know, I feel that inspiration to work, which is good. Because that's like one thing I'm afraid of when it comes to consuming media, is I really don't sit down and watch a lot of movies and TV shows, because I'm always afraid that I'm going to be like subliminally influenced by something, and then like somehow later down the line accidentally copy something without really thinking about it. Like I'll think it's my own idea, and then realize when I see that thing again, like, oh, I totally got that idea. Like it struck me years later that the main antagonist of book 1 is a character named Sin, Sin. And then I realized, like, oh, I just got Sin because of Final Fantasy X, because of Space Dad Whale. Sin, that's where it came from. So, like, oh, I'm always afraid of accidentally and not realizing that I'm being overly inspired by something. It's good to be inspired because nothing's original, but there's a point where you start to notice similarities where you just kind of feel like, how original is this? How original is my idea? So I always kind of hold off on consuming a lot of media, because I don't want to be too inspired by it, but you also need that to keep things fresh and interesting, to have new ideas. And also, I hate that feeling. I hate and I love that empty feeling, like I said, from finishing something that you truly enjoyed. Um, just that, like when Supernatural ended, and I'm like, dude, that's been such a significant, it's never gone, but it's still been such a significant part of my life. I've only been watching Merlin for a couple months, because I've only been watching it like one episode a week, keeping up just with the podcast. I'd watch the episode, and then their coverage of the episode would come out, and I listened to it, then I'd watch the next episode and wait for their episode to come out. Occasionally I'd get like an episode ahead, but I stuck with it. So I'd say for the past like 30 or so weeks is how long I've been watching Merlin. Something like that. And but now I just binge through the rest of it, and I just, that feeling of, that yearning for more. And that's something that like I hope to inspire in people with my books, and that's why I work so hard on it, because I want people to want more. And then I just want to actually have you know a satisfying delivery. um I've been rambling. I haven't really talked. I guess I was about to say I haven't really talked to a lot of people, but like I have. But at the same time, this week has felt weird because it was Thanksgiving and I worked on Thanksgiving and I had 2 days off in a row. I had Monday and Tuesday. They gave me Tuesday off because I'd be working Thursday on Thanksgiving, where I'm supposed to be getting double time for working a big holiday, but they gave me a day off, so I get a day off and I make the same amount of money, so it's fine. But it kind of feels cheap, Oh, you get double pay, but we're going to give you a day off too in between there, so we don't actually have to really pay you more. It's like, all right, I see how it is. Hopefully it works since my paychecks are bi-weekly. Hopefully it works to where that goes on the next paycheck, so I actually do get, I don't know how that would work. Either way, I'm not losing money from having a day off. I'm still boogery. Uh, but I worked on Thanksgiving to ensure that I would have Christmas off. And I'm really, really looking forward to January, honestly. Like, I cannot wait to go out to Michigan. It's so dumb, but, like, it's not even the fact of going out to Michigan. It's just the fact of being able to go somewhere, because I don't go anywhere. For me, a trip to Walmart is like an event, Um, I don't hang out with people and I don't go anywhere. So to like actually leave the state, go get on a plane and go spend a couple days away from home, just away from everything here. And it's gonna suck because I'm a very homebody, homesick person, as I've explained a lot in the past. So when I'm away from home for like 30 hours, I get really anxious and I want to go home. And especially because I don't want to miss my bunnies. I don't want my bunnies to feel like I left them. Um, if I didn't have pets, it would be a little bit different, but I feel immense guilt when I'm at work and I don't get to just like go in every 30 minutes and be like beep beep, and just play with the bunnies for just a couple minutes, but it's a couple minutes every small chunk throughout the day, especially on a day off. I'm always going in there and giving them pets, but they're usually sleeping in the middle of the day, but I feel so bad not being home to watch them. So I always, I tell Dylan and Nin to make sure you guys give them some love. Make sure you're checking in on them. Don't just leave them alone all day. I want to make sure they're getting all the attention that they deserve. And they assure me that they will, but at the same time, like, I know you guys are just gonna be in the room for 80% of the day, so I need to make sure that you're giving them as much love as you possibly can, since I won't be home. You know what I mean? Ugh, sorry, I figured I should probably move around a little bit. Uh, but yeah, so it's kind of just the gist of everything that's going on. I kind of wanted to just talk about Merlin because get I'm trying to get Dylan to watch Dylan and Nin because I feel like Nin would enjoy it because it's got a lot of shenanigans and a lot of fun stuff, and it's a lot more lighthearted than the dramatic shit that they're always watching. Um, and I want them to watch it so I can talk to somebody about it. I don't get to talk about the stuff I watch for somebody that has that same experience. That's why I listen to the podcast about these things. But they don't seem that interested, or at least they're in the middle of watching other stuff. So I just wanted to talk about it with you guys. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it as far as streaming and stuff goes. I'm still working on the best of 2022 video. It's about 9 minutes long right now. Most of the footage is coming from the Minecraft streams and 7 Days to Die streams. I have random clips from a lot of other stuff too, but I've only uploaded like 80 videos in this entire year. It's been probably one of my worst years for YouTube ever, you know. I think it's just because I've been so invested in writing. I mean, I wrote a 370-page book in less than a year, and then went back and spent 40 fucking hours redoing book one stuff. So I've put a lot of work into writing. All right, I think I'm gonna call it now. Then I'm gonna lay down. It's about 1:40, so time for bed soon. What are we gonna watch? Probably gonna watch some fucking Yu-Gi-Oh videos. That's what I've been going to bed to lately. Oh yeah, and as you can see, I got a haircut. I finally got my haircut. It's a little bit messy right now, but people really like it. I like it. I think actually, I'm surprised how much I like my hair being this short. I don't want to keep my hair this short, but my glasses are super dirty. But oh my god, they're really dirty. I'm surprised how good I think it looks on me. I'm not sure how well it comes across on camera, but yeah. So that's it. Thanks for watching.